Welcome and thank you for joining us on 80/20, where we have spirited debate on sports, local and national issues, culture, and a little bit of everything else. In every discussion that's based on opinion, 80% is correct, 20% is correct. We need you to help us figure out who has the 80 and who has the 20. I'm Jay Stoggs, and of course, I'm joined by my man to the right, Aunt Jay. What up, dude?
You appreciate that long pause. No man on the right hand.
Pause for effect. I was about to say with the master plan, but
right.
You've been coming kind of flat here the past couple of weeks. So I don't know what kind of plan. It's not a master plan. Flat.
Okay.
Like we should call it 90-10.
Wow.
Just saying.
All right.
Just saying.
Fire. Okay.
Pow pow. Pew pew. You ready?
Quick.
Stop shooting that last guy. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Okay. Oh my
Let's
God.
get into this game, man.
Pop. Okay.
Quick.
Oh my gosh. We gotta watch that movie
again.
Top 5 quotable movies. I'm telling you, we got to do that.
I mean,
ooh,
you write the show up. So.
Bet. Okay. Well, to be noted. Let me write that down.
Shots fired.
Top 5.
Wow. We doing this now. We doing this now.
No better time than the present. All right. Let's get into it. Okay.
Mingle amongst yourselves, I guess.
That's it.
Damn.
Hey, yo, they can click, they can snack and watch the podcast.
We got 30 minutes. Let's go.
All right. Thoughts on the NBA playoffs. Last night, we started the Western Conference Finals. Golden State versus Portland. Now, Portland did not bring their road game. Portland got steamrolled in the second half.
Portland did not bring a game. Not like as in their A game, like in a game. Mm-hmm. They found out who the Warriors were, minus KD.
Which is scary, right?
The thing is that we've seen this iteration of these Warriors
2005,
before.
Or 2015, 2016.
So this is not new.
No.
It's like all of a sudden, and this was the same point that I made last week when we talked about Boogie Cousins
and cohesion.
And cohesion. Listen, this team has been together. The core, the nucleus of this team has been together since 15, 16?
Yeah, 2014, 2015.
Bruh.
Talking about with Iggy and with Sean as well.
Bruh, I mean, come on. They know what to do. They know how to turn it on. They know how to play together. They know each other's spots. So when you start having that, and you have KD, who's an all-star, who's an MVP.
Superstar.
He's a superstar.
Elite, arguably the best player in the game.
Arguably. But he's out. The next thing you say is, so what? So what? Okay, so he's out. Steph Curry now comes back to old Steph Curry. Klay Thompson is now doing his thing. Man, come on. I mean, seriously, Portland, look, you had a great run.
Portland has made it to the Western Conference Finals. Now, again, the prediction was Portland in 6. What about yourself? Repeat it for the fans.
I believe mine was in 5.
Okay. So, according to that thinking, obviously, Golden State is now cruising into the Eastern Conference opponent, whoever that shall be.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. Referencing what you just said as far as KD and the calf strain.
Right.
The question I pose to you is this, because I have been very critical of Draymond Green and his impact on this particular team. I'm like, if he can't shoot that top of the key 3, I believe that he can be replaced. So my question to you, and I'm going to pose it to you because my opinion has shed a spotlight on.
That means.
So now, here's the thing. Here's the question that I posed.
He shifted, okay.
Because I've changed my viewpoint.
Yes.
Does Durant's injury for you, because it has changed for me, change your opinion of Draymond Green's value to this team? I.e., do you re-sign him in the offseason?
I don't. I think that to me, the biggest piece that I would re-sign, obviously, is KD. Now, I don't believe KD's staying. But I believe with Klay Thompson, and there's lots of rumors about him leaving. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I just don't see it. I think he's comfortable in where he is and what he is in this team. Steph is comfortable in what he is, obviously, and what he does in this team. Iggy gets a year older. Livingston gets a year older, and that bench just does not to me, again, the question is, do you re-sign Draymond Green? No. I wouldn't make that.
So here's the thing. Obviously, last week, I wouldn't even oppose this question. Last week, to me, things were a wrap.
Right.
Is that Draymond has fulfilled his purpose. Mm-hmm. He's expendable.
Yeah.
Because anybody can pass the ball to the Splash Brothers. Anybody, and this was my perspective. Mm-hmm. However, now, because the ball stopper is not on the team, KD is a traditional ISO player.
Sure.
My view is everybody now settles in their roles from 2015, i.e. Splash brother number one, Curry, Splash brother number two, Thompson.
Right.
And now Draymond is able to be free to push the ball on his own after a rebound, i.e. now giving Curry, Thompson, Iggy lanes to either spot up or dive cut to the basket on transition. And once KD got there, I believe they, even though they're still an elite half-court team, now with Draymond pushing the ball after the rebound, because Draymond would just kind of look for Curry and kind of bark out whatever. Right. Now you're putting the keys back in the driver's hands of the Porsche, back of the Lamborghini, back of the Ferrari. So my thing is now you go ahead and you let KD go. I mean, you can go ahead and say, yo, we want you. Now, again, if he decides to go elsewhere, obviously that's his decision.
Sure.
But now I'm like, okay, so Klay's number one priority. If Boogie wants to come back, that's another priority, but let's go ahead and let's get another guy who can fit this team first, ball doesn't stick mode. And I believe, obviously, at that point, you have extended this Golden State's team, extended their run.
Okay, but all you said, that's cool. The only thing I got out of that was that, it's about pushing the ball, right?
Well,
hold on. Oh, no. So if you're talking about pushing the ball, okay. So he pushes the ball, but to me, that's it. He's not going to give you offensive firepower at all.
He gives you 14 points a game when he's a third scorer. And that's opposed to 8 with now Durant on the team.
Okay, so let's put that in perspective. You said with Durant on the team, who gives you how much a game?
28.
Okay, so now with 28, and how much does Curry give you?
27. 28.
And how much does Klay give you?
21.
Okay, so those three, and now you want to say, but hey, Draymond's going to give you 14 if KD
Here's
is
the
not
thing,
there.
though.
Come on. No. Come on.
Here's the thing.
His
point,
here's
counterpoint.
the piece.
Let me
No, well, if I could get a point out, because you spent like 7 minutes here.
Okay, spit.
But what I'm saying is, with Draymond only giving you 14 points, when he's the third scoring option, when KD isn't there, you have Boogie, which I believe will come back.
I think that's a good decision.
Because I think it's a great decision for both involved, so he'll come back. Now you have to look at, all right, what is Draymond's role on this team? Because you got a big man that can push the ball, that can somewhat defend, and that can shoot the ball all over the court. What's Draymond's role at that point?
Okay, so I believe Draymond still has a great role to
yell at people.
I mean, that's fine.
Yell on the court.
Oh, that's fine. He can be the enforcer.
I can do that. You can sign me for league, minimum on that.
I mean, I know you would love that salary, but that means now you got to get in shape. Okay, so
have you seen Draymond Green?
Yeah, he's in better shape than you are, and he's 6'9", and you're not.
All he has is height. We weigh the same. We weigh the exact same. We weigh the same. I'm just saying, we weigh the same.
So here's the thing. Going back to the point, again, Draymond is now the facilitator. He now, because of the cross matches you have in transition, that opens up the points. Also, again, the ball does not stick. A lot of people have been saying with Durant out, their offense is more efficient than it was when obviously you give Durant the ball with 14 seconds and you have him make his moves. Okay.
I'm tripping on the fact that you're like, Steph Curry can't push the ball.
No, he can't.
Clay can't push the ball.
They can.
Or Boogie Cousins when he's on the court can't push the ball. Like Draymond is the catalyst for them pushing the ball. Like that's your point.
Yes, it is.
That's a bad point.
It is what it is.
Let's move on to the other
let the
part
people
of that.
decide.
That's right.
That's the thing. We can argue all day. That's the reason why we have the
10.
What is that podcast?
That's why we have the show.
That's what this is for.
Because we need people that finally understand what I have to deal with.
Right. So
in the Western
you
Conference,
want people to validate your ego. I want people to go ahead and validate the point. There's a difference.
Validate the ego.
Right. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. So.
Someone's upset.
Hey, it's the show, right? You got to believe in what you say.
Western Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm sorry, Eastern Conference
Right,
Finals.
let's correct it. All right. So we got Milwaukee versus Toronto.
Yes.
Man,
Great
man.
series. Great series.
I just pray this goes 7 because
Great series.
Man, this looks like
at least 6. It's going to go at least 6. I believe it's going to go at least 6. Kawhi is not only emerged as a superstar, but I think it's one of those transcendent kind of things. Like, he's a great player. He's a superstar in the making, or a superstar right there at the cusp. Now you're seeing this guy taking over games, and when he's getting the ball and he still shoots it and still makes it, even with the favorable role. I mean, dude, that to me, that's probably one of the best shots ever in a playoff.
No doubt.
Ever.
So here's the thing. Obviously, historically speaking, that is the only buzzer beater in a Game 7 in NBA history.
Yes.
So obviously, the standard is here.
Yes.
I will say this. The way that he just does his job, the way that he is elite on both sides of the ball, this is going to be an interesting comparison. I don't know if you're going to agree, disagree, but the way that he just does everything, quiet assassin, he reminds me still of a Spur. Like, he has that Spur DNA in him. And for me, he is like great. Not just, I'm great at this, I'm a specialist, I'm great at that, but he's great at both ends. And he reminds me of a wing Tim Duncan in the fact that you can put the franchise on his back and he's going to perform. He's had 7 30-point games in the playoffs. He has willed a Toronto team that has been mentally fragile now into their greatest point in franchise history.
Kawhi is great. I think what this series really did, and really these playoffs have done, is it's actually shown him not just to be a defensive specialist, which is what he was really known for in San Antonio.
At first in that role.
Right. And now he's come into, hey, I can play defense. Yeah, I'm great at that, but I can also score.
Right.
And so that's a very unique piece that you see that, especially in now, today's NBA, you have specialists. There's a 3-point specialist, or there's a paint specialist, or a defensive specialist, or a rebounding specialist.
Pick and pop. You've got the pick and roll center. So everybody has a function
and
here.
then you may get a 3D guy. I mean, it's just one of those. It's refreshing to see. But the other piece of it, and as we move into our next segment, though, is what do you think they're going to do? And so now when you look at, okay, you got Giannis and the fellas, and look, Milwaukee is scary. I thought Milwaukee was scary mid-season because once they started getting all those pieces back and started, meshing and really gelling and understanding each other's roles and how they play, and when they let Giannis be Giannis.
You mean Giannis?
I like to say Giannis. I'm
so
Italian.
You actually pronounced it, G?
No, yes, I do. If you're Italian, you would know that.
I'm not.
So you don't?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're Italian?
Hey, on my mama's side.
I mean, you eat spaghetti, I get it, but...
What? You think that's all I eat? Psh, come on, man.
Lasagna?
What?
What else?
Did you say pizzalia?
I said lasagna.
Oh, we don't say it like that.
How you say it?
Lasagna. That's it.
Okay.
Pizza.
Do you mind getting back on the point?
Cannoli.
Finish the point.
Gelato. That's how we say it.
All right. Hey. Let me ask this, Fonzie. Does winning affect...
That dude, it was so fake. Go ahead. Fugazi. That's how we say it.
That's fine. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Does winning affect Kawhi staying in Toronto? Like, the further he goes?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think...
So even if he wins a ring, he's still ghost.
I think so, man. I think it's because what would happen is you have everyone putting now their hopes and dreams on this dude. And that's not really what he is. I think that was the issue in San Antonio, was everyone had expectations for him. And so now, when you have not only a city, but a whole country looking at you like, hey, we need you to, you're going to do this for us. I think that's an issue for him. I just don't think mentally and emotionally that's where he wants to be.
So you just think when, and it doesn't matter, I'm still going home. I'm going to LA, I'm going to California.
Right. Because it could be a clip.
So my thing is this. I do think obviously him being a Spur is going to weigh on his mind. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I bring that Spur part up is because to me, Kawhi and Toronto have seemed to be a really great fit. Mm. You have a quiet superstar.
Yep.
You have a quiet basketball town. Mm-hmm. Now again, I'm talking about as far as American standards are concerned. You can do whatever you want to do in Canada. Ain't nobody saying nothing to you.
Yeah, ain't nobody taking it for you.
My thing is this. I think brand-wise, if he wants to continue to win and be, I hate to use this phrase, LeBron, the new LeBron of the East, I think he should stay where he is. Now, however, just like we referenced last year, that LeBron's in the West now. It's not going to be so easy now.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
But that's the thing. If he signs with the Clippers or if he signs wherever, you in the West now, bruh.
Well, he knows that. No, remember, he came from the West. This is his first year
this is what I'm saying.
In the East.
If your brand is all about winning, if you're chasing the rings, if you're wanting to establish a legacy through winning, I think obviously staying in the East would be his best option. I think staying with the current team.
I think any superstar, their best option is in the East to get to the finals.
Ask Kyrie.
What did I tell you about Kyrie though?
Bad shot taker, bad shot maker.
You keep saying, I told you. I told you,
bad leader.
I knew that. Look, Kyrie is Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen's a bad leader with 6 rings?
Hold on. When Scottie Pippen went to Houston, he did what? I'll wait. What did he do? Nothing. He did nothing. He had Charles Barkley down there. I mean, it was all age superstars. But the point of it was this. When you think you're a 1, but bruh, you a 2, and you go somewhere, and you convince them, oh, I'm a 1. I'm
can we shift it from Scottie Pippen to Alvin Harper? That would suit me better.
Whomever you would want to.
Let's get it. Okay, go ahead.
But the point is this.
Yeah.
He would be considered a top 50 player of the generation of the time, but he is not a 1. Like Scottie Pippen was the top 50. Yeah, Scottie Pippen was the top 50 of that generation of when they did it. Of all time. At that point. Kyrie will be that from that point going forward when they redo it again. He will be.
I doubt it.
Well, you're wrong. But it's just the point of he'll be that. I mean, because when you look around the league and you say, okay, top
Kyrie
50,
is up here, and so you're actually mixing him up now with the Isaiah Thomases, the great point guards.
No, from when that time ended to the next one that they do.
So you mean the next 50?
Yes.
Not the 1 through 50, but 51 through 100.
And you know what? And here's my rant on that. When you try to compare players and errors, you cannot do that. Like when you talk about Bill Russell, who I believe is the greatest player of all time.
Greatest winner of all time, yes.
11 chips.
Come on.
Both as a coach and a player.
13 years. 11, 13.
Well, hey, there you go. Jordan didn't do it.
No, but Jordan was 100%. 6 out of 6.
Look, here's the other piece of it, though. Jordan played in a different era, obviously.
Right.
Bill Russell was between him and Chamberlain. That was it when it came to big men. There was really no one else. Yeah, you had some that
there was like 6 teams back there, too, like 8 teams back there.
Come on, don't do that. So, don't do that.
Well, I'm just being honest.
Don't do that.
Bill Russell 6'9". You can't help but to be a big man then. Wilt is legit 7'2".
He is, but Bill Russell had that dude's number.
He did.
Okay, so I'm glad I can prove my point yet again. But the point is this, man, when you start comparing eras and players in those eras, you can't do that.
So here's the thing. I'll just leave it to the 80-20 audience.
Yes.
Do you agree with that statement that you can't compare eras? Because obviously right now,
I don't think you should.
Mainstream is, obviously you have your Jordans, your Magics, your Birds, your Kareems, your Wilts, your Bills.
Yes.
And then, there's that step down.
Right.
But like I say, let's go ahead and leave it at that. Let's transition to the NBA 2019 draft.
Man.
Your thoughts,
Wow.
winners, losers, obviously Zion now is NO.
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, let me ask you
You
this.
know who the losers in this is?
Okay, who's that?
Zion.
Yes, I agree. I put that down.
He is the loser in this.
My
man.
thing is this. My top 2 losers, because I got 3.
Yeah.
And we started off with losers. It's Cleveland and Phoenix. You did all that losing.
You tanked.
For picks
Tank
5 and 6. There is no franchise changer in this draft other than 1 and 2. Because I don't believe Barrett is a franchise changer.
But I think you have great plan. Man, I really get. It seems like the past 4 or 5, maybe even 6 drafts. Everyone says after 3, there's no one else. It's just a significant drop off.
Okay.
You see what I mean? And my thing is that when you start looking at De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, who I raved about.
And he was picked what?
He was picked round 5th. I think Lonzo was daddy talked into being picked in 2nd. So yeah.
Daddy talk. That's not a real phrase. Don't make that up.
His daddy talked him into being the 2nd pick overall.
And there's rumors he might be traded. But anyway.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Take him and his whack jump shot and his daddy with him. But he don't even talk to his dad no more. So
Nah.
That's straight. That's a good business move. Business and professional.
For sure.
But that's the thing though. All that tanking finished did. Yeah. Nobody to help you with Booker and Aiden. And then Jackson got arrested too.
Yeah.
Running away from the police because you want to go back to BIP. Man, sit down somewhere. So anyway, Cleveland. Right? Kendrick Lamar, right? But this is the thing. Cleveland has nothing. Like, I just feel bad for K-Love. Anyway, but I feel like Zion is definitely a loser in this because they do have the number 1 pick.
Yep.
And, it is presumed that he's going to be their franchise player. That's not going to make Anthony Davis stay.
No.
Because if anybody knows the position that Zion is going to be in, it's going to be Anthony Davis now. So my thing is Anthony Davis, it's cute and everything, but I'm still out of here.
Because the only thing is you could do is either move Anthony Davis to the 5.
He's already a 5
right.
in this new NBA. Back in -5 years ago, he'll be a 4.
Yeah.
But obviously the league has changed. So
that's what I'm saying. He's going to be a 5.
I tell you what, put him in 5 or 4, it doesn't matter. He's an all-star player with no help. You got Drew Holiday and I guess Julius Randle. Ooh. So he's nice. He's a nice player. 16 and 7. That's nice. And they traded away Mirotic, so
yeah, you really don't have much.
Not much at all.
So
the cupboard is bare.
So that's what I'm saying, man. You put Zion in there. And look, you draft him. You trade his rights.
But that's the thing, though. If you're New Orleans, you're begging him obviously to stay. But if I'm AD, I'm like, I want to go. Now I will say this: go ahead and trade Anthony Davis now to where you have maximum options. You got obviously the Lakers wanting him. You got the Celtics, and I would definitely call them first. Yeah. Even the Knicks have better assets than the Lakers. So any team can really kind of jump in there and try to get that piece.
But I think your biggest problem there is when you trade Anthony Davis, you're trading, the other team is trading the rest of their team away.
Okay.
Because New Orleans messed up. New Orleans messed up the whole Anthony Davis trade.
Well, here's my thing. They messed up by not re-signing Boogie.
Yeah.
My thing is you don't have a legitimate shot without the other guy that can get you on a given night 30 and 20.
Yeah.
We haven't seen 2 elite front court players like that since Olajuwon and Sampson.
No.
So the fact
I'll
that
say
you didn't
Robinson
keep them,
and
yes, that's more current. Robinson and Admiral.
Yeah.
So my thing is
Robinson
this:
is Admiral.
y'all missed. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I did. Tim
Slow down, son.
The posies around. The posies around.
Slow down, baby.
So
yeah.
No, great analogy. But you had something special there, and obviously Boogie got hurt. But you have to say, Boogie, injury or not, we want to keep you and build around you. You can get shooters around them boys.
Yeah. Who your winners?
Memphis, the Knicks, and Atlanta.
You think the Knicks are winners?
I do. I think the Knicks are winners just because that's a potential piece to go get AD.
Wow.
My thing is this: they've got enough young talent there to say, hey, maybe we can trade for a superstar.
I agree with Memphis, but I think New Orleans definitely a winner.
It's funny, New Orleans is a winner and a loser all at the same time.
I think they're a winner all the way around. Now they hold all the cards. I think it's them, and then I also think the Lakers, being able to jump up to number 4.
That's cute. But my thing is this. LeBron's not going to play with another rookie. Like, my thing is this. LeBron, think about this. The second best player on that team is Ingram. Mm-hmm. And he might, it's unfortunate, he might have to do a Chris Bosh with these blood clots.
Yeah.
So now you're saying Kyle Kuzma now is your second best player. Somebody at 4 coming in, maybe he can average, if he starts, double figures.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And then here's the thing. You got Lonzo Ball. Now, again, hopefully Jason Kidd being part of the staff can help all the development process.
But listen, what did we just say about that 4, 5, 6 spot? You're not looking for, franchise changes.
We're looking for help.
And if that's the perfect help at 4, 5, and 6, that's the perfect help. And here's the other thing. You'll be able to trade that 4. If you don't want that rookie, you can trade that 4.
Now, that one, yes.
You know what I'm saying? For good veterans.
I hope so. A shooter. And tell them you got to take Caldwell Pope with you.
But, well. That's like your 4th leading scorer.
What is that, 2-3 weeks ago when you was like, 10 points?
That's like,
so, I'll use you
but
on
that's
that.
what I'm saying, though. It's
get the best shooter.
Get him in the draft. And there are plenty of shooters in this draft. There are plenty of shooters. So I think they're definitely winners in this. All right. It's time.
It's time
for that top 5.
No, top 5?
The top 5.
The top 5.
Man, the top 5.
I'm ready.
Look, not a top 10. Most people around 7, 8, 9, 10, they just throw whatever trash they can in there. But in the top 5.
The top 5?
The top 5. Man, in the top 5, you have to make sure you know who you want in and who you got to take out. So what's tonight's top 5, bro?
Top 5 underrated Michael Jackson songs. Now, we ain't talking about, obviously, Beat It, Thriller. No. We ain't talking about that. We talking about the stuff that's low-key. This is what I play.
Man, let's do this. I'm excited about this.
Start it off.
So, my top 5, in no particular order, I don't do that, folks. Working Day and Night.
I like that.
That's my jam, bro.
You got me working day and night. Rotate.
Man, that's it right there. Man, hey, that's it. I can put that on and start cleaning.
So I got Off the Wall.
Look, that's a great album.
It is.
And a lot of
we might have to reference a few of these songs from there. You're correct.
We are going to. Yo, my next one, from Off the Wall, one of my faves. I can't help it.
Ooh, that smooth cut. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yo, that's the cut.
Good. That's the joint right there.
That's the cut when you just in the room.
Yeah. When you look at your girl like, oh boy. Ooh.
All right. So my next one here.
Yeah.
And I have to credit the writer. Is Robert Kelly. He actually wrote Michael's song called One More Chance. And considering both of them, their controversial history.
We need to stop
I
right
love
there.
that one right there. Yo, one more chance.
Nobody.
Yo, that's all. Y'all killing me. I gotta bring up the quote. Y'all killing me. Trying to see my kids.
All women.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
You nasty, Robert Kelly.
Yeah,
you nasty.
But no, all he needs.
Aura is nasty.
Is one more chance.
Aura is nasty. He gonna get lots of chances up in jail.
But he told us at the beginning. Lots of chances. Sex
Yo, stop it, dude.
Baby. All right, come on, next one.
Got to Be There. Now, this is an old school cut right here.
Yeah, got to be there.
And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Now, do you classify that as Jackson 5 or you classify that as Michael?
I'm going with Michael.
Okay.
All right, that's a Michael Jackson cut to me. I don't care what you say. Because, yeah, they're in the background, but you could have put anybody, you could put us in the background, and it still would have been good, man. You know what I'm saying? When that dude, when he started getting in, he like 12, 13, man, hey, come on. Come on. That's it.
So mine is Break It Dawn.
That's a good one.
Break It Dawn. That's that modern Mike when Mike was like, let's get these hit makers together and
That's a
man,
good one.
Break It Dawn.
That's a good one, sir. Man. Ooh. Okay. I think this is underrated because a lot of people don't really reference it a lot.
Okay.
But Ben is one of mine that I really love, dude.
The two of us, we live no more. Get it? I can feel it right now.
Good. That's it. I ain't gonna do that. Come on.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, just like any person, another part of me, my thing is that was legit.
That's a jam right there. Yeah, man. Only 30 minutes. Hey, look.
Man.
I'm gonna go ahead and put in my Love Never Felt So Good.
And Liberian girl.
Liberian. You got 6, jerk.
No,
right,
I got 5, Joker.
Hey, I'm Jay Soggs. That's Aunt Jay.
Aunt
Thank
Jay.
you for listening, tuning in, watching
8020.
us. Make sure that you hit us up on our YouTube channel. Click subscribe and like 8020 Who Is More Right. Obviously me.
That's me.
And also on Twitter and Facebook at 8020 WIR. Yo, appreciate you. Yo. Got to be